What's up, people? Zach Attack here. Not bringing a reaction video because I'm still trying to find a reaction video good app for my phone. But I could do reviews for animes I've watched or finished or where I'm at. Right now, I finished recently, it wasn't that long ago, Promise Neverlands. The Promise Neverlands. Seen the first season. It's a whole thing where the kids are trying to escape and trying to figure a way to get away from mom. You find out Ray knows about everything and knows about their being transferred and stuff to demons, to be fed to the demons. One of the kids that were transferred, they found named Connie, was dead in the back of a truck. Um, and then all of a sudden, from that point, they're just like trying to figure ways to get away. Then they find out Ray is working with mom, trying to, keep people stable pretty much, figuring out what everybody's trying to do. And then Ray decides to, escape as well because he just feels like, I don't know, he's just sick of helping mom out, mother, or whatever. Then you find out later that Ray's mom is mother. By, I think it's like episode 10 of season 1. That's where you start finding out the reason why he's been helping his mother out the whole time is because that is his actual mother. Then we go forward a little bit. The kids, one kid was it Emma? Emma gets her leg broke by mother because they were trying to stop her while trying to have, I think, who was it? Norman escape, but it didn't work out because mother, broke her leg, which is pretty fucked up, breaking a kid's leg. And then prior to that, next thing you know, they have this whole thing where they're sad, depressed because they feel like they can never get away. Then you find out the whole time it was a setup. Next thing you know, Ray almost kills himself, dousing himself in gasoline pretty much. Almost burns himself. Emma stops it. Then these two little kids come by with fragments of things that could be burned to smell like a dead person pretty much. Then Emma pretends to act it out that Ray's being burned. Mother tries and puts it out. Didn't work. Next thing you know, Emma's gone. Found out that Emma completely cut off her ear because of the scanners that track where everybody's at in their ears. Then everybody's running. Get over the wall. Mom finds out. At the same time, the house is burning down, so mom calls for backup type thing, and you see all these aliens getting freaked out and getting all ready up with weapons and stuff. And then she goes after them, chases them down, and then she tells Emma about, don't go, this, and that, and blah, blah, blah. She leaves. And this is the shocking part, it was to me. After they run away, and the last glimpse you see is mother, and she takes her, what do I want to say, kind of like a hairband or whatever out of her hair. Dude, she looked hella 10 times younger than what she looked like with it in. When she put her hair, when she pulled the thing out of her hair to make her hair look long and stuff from bummed up, I guess people with their hair put up comparison to down makes them look younger. Holy shit. She looked hella different than what she did as an actual mother. And then she gets back. The only one that knows about everything prior to those half of those older kids that escaped and the younger one stayed back is Phil. But that was the plan. And she originally, I think mother knew, Phil knew, because when she came back, she said to Phil, they made it out. They made it out okay. The fact she said that to Phil, that means that she knows Phil knows that they planned that the whole time. Then fast forwarding, they have a backstory about mother, how she ended up the way she is, that she used to be part of the wall, did the same thing, tried to do the same thing the kids did, escape, but then a different, mother came down, told her, no, this, no, that. Next thing you know, she gets introduced to demons, ends up being a mother of a place. She ends up pregnant. We don't know about the baby at that point. Then she ends up going into one of the walls, the farming ground for the children, pretty much. Then she sees Ray, and she starts making this face. And then Ray looks at her and says, "Why did you have me?" And it was like, right there, you also know that that was her son. And the reason why she made that look is because prior to going to season 2, and I'm about to talk to you about next, because I watched all of that one too, is because that she knew that was her son, and she knew she had to sacrifice her own son eventually to the demons, and she probably didn't really want to do that. That's why she had that look. Going to season 2, why I'm talking about that, even though it looked like majority of the time when she shipped these kids off, she doesn't look like she gave a shit. Found out in season 2 when they escaped and she got put in a cave in a prison, kinda. And then this demon and this other older mother came by and said, "Can you retrieve the kids back?" And she's like, "They're my kids. I can get them back." And the demons promised her they would take this chip out of her heart and they would let her do something else. But the second thing they told her, they whispered to her. And she had this look on her face like, holy shit. Which, in my opinion, it had to do with being able to see Ray again without having to kill him. So fast forward, we all thought, oh, by the way, in season 1, we all thought Emma or Norman was dead for a while. Next thing you know, there's these masked people that are walking around while they're running from some demons at one point because the demons see the feet and these two demons start chasing the kids. Next thing you know, as they were cornered, the demons came behind these 3 other masked people. 2 of them pulled out knives and just slit the other 2 demons' throats. It was like, what the fuck? Now, originally, when I saw that, I thought it was Mother, like 2 different mothers and then somebody else. But then found out it was Norman and 2 people that they think is their boss. They call him Norman boss. Well, from that point, they found out Ray and Emma and everybody finds out Norman's alive. Originally thought he was dead. And then next thing you know, what was it that happened? They go back, all the kids find Norman's alive, and then they talk to those 3 people that are with Norman, and they laugh at Ray and Emma because they're like, they were talking to the 3 people that Norman was with about Norman's a funny person, Norman likes to laugh, Norman's a happy person, this and that. And then they just sat there and laughed at them and said, "Our Norman? No, our Norman's a badass and is has no emotion and doesn't smile or anything. He's our boss, this and that." It's like, what the you consider this kid your guys' bosses? What the okay. Alright. And then you find out this backstory of Norman, that when we thought he was shipped, he was pulled to go into another door. Originally, they did show that in season 1, but they never showed anything else. Next thing you hear a voice, and then you see this guy about helping him out and stuff. Then you see him doing the same thing he used to do behind the wall, the whole school thing, the little laser thing on those little memory things to scan them, whatever. Then he makes a potion that supposedly kills old demons and will help humans because he wants to eradicate the humans, or the demons. Next thing you know, the factory gets blown up by Norman, supposedly. And then that's when it shows that he frees those 3 people that were in cages as well, in prisons. And one of them was like, I think it was the girl. The girl's like, "Are you God?" I was like, what the fuck? Okay. And that's why they started calling him boss, because he saved them. Then from that point, they showed everything they did, and then finding Ray and Emma, how it came to that point. Well, then later down the road, they go into the area for the demons. Next thing you know, they blow it all up with something, blowing up the demons' house and stuff. And it was like, what the and finding out that not all the demons are bad. That some demons feel bad for everybody about, them eating humans and this and that, because there's a girl that her name was Emma too, and she was a demon, and she apologized to Emma the human and said that I'm sorry that our demons are eating your humans, which in a sense that should tell you something, that all demons aren't bad. And that's where Norman from that point realized what he's doing is wrong, and he just felt like he wanted to take full advantage of something, but he didn't mean it to go this way. Go back a little bit in season 2, by the way. The kids do meet these two people that saved them from being eaten by a monster and some other demons. One where they're riding a horse, and there's this other girl that they're both demons. I forgot their names, but they saved them. They were the only two demons that actually saved the people. And then go back a little bit more. After that, they leave after training with them for a little bit, how to shoot arrows, how to catch their food and stuff. The kids leave the forest because that's where the two demons showed them where to go. And then there's a bunker where they can hide underground because somebody built it. I can't remember the name they said that originally built it if somebody found it. Go further for more. They're going through the house, checking it out, blah, 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 in this bunker. Next thing you know, you hear explosions from the top, and these military guys come in and told them, nah, we're taking you back to the farms. Nobody's going to really care about you. It's like, damn. So they're getting away from them. Then one of those, that big ass creature with all those bunch of eyes just comes out of nowhere and starts eating the military guys. And then I think one of the girls, I think it was Emma, that shot a crossbow right into the demon's eye. And next thing you know, the demon just blows up, like the head blows up or some shit like that. So that was pretty crazy. Sorry I had to go back a little bit on that, because I skipped all that and went straight to where they destroyed the fucking village of demons from Norman. And then, oh, that's the other thing. Norman was sick. He coughed up blood at one point and thought he was just not going to live. So my theory on the reason why they didn't ship Norman was because he was sick, and demons don't eat sick kids. So they use sick kids to help them with other shit. So, prior to that, the kids also, when they were staying in this one place, abandoned place, they'd meet an old man that's a demon, and he was blind and stuff. He was also in the place when it burnt down, and his daughter, I think it was, the daughter demon of Emma was his, but he almost dies in front of her, in front of his kid or grandkid or whatever, and one of the other demons, I think, help him so he doesn't die, but he almost died originally. And then prior to that, that's where Emma said to Emma, sorry about the demons eating people, blah, blah, blah. Norman found everything, that he's doing everything wrong. Go forward a little bit. They end up at this place, they met up with this one weirdo dude. He was weird. Next thing you know, they're surrounded by, all the way around, there's mothers that have got machine guns aiming at the kids like, oh, dude, they're screwed. Even the main mother that wants to capture them was there. And then you thought the kids were fucked unless something shockingly happened, right? Next thing you know, mother turns around and says, I trained my kids well. And then aims the gun at the guy. Pretty much and then all the other mothers just aim the gun at the guy. And then the guy was freaking out, saying, there's no future for us. You gotta come with me because this, because that. Demons this, demons that, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, Emma comes up to him and says, come with us. There's a future, blah, blah, blah. There's a human world, this, and that. He takes a knife. Instead of going with Emma and them, he takes a knife, slits his throat, kills himself. Then Emma sits there, like, holy shit, and then tells all the mothers, including their mother for their farm, to come with them. But mother, obviously, she's the main one, so she would talk a lot more. Said about, for their sins and blah, blah, blah. Why would they want them to come and blah, blah, blah. And at the time, Emma even admitted, you were our enemy before, but you're not our enemy anymore, and this, and that, blah, blah, blah. So the mothers all went because of Emma telling them they can all come. And then, prior to that, next thing you know, there's a gate that leads to the human world. Next thing you know, they go through that gate. Dude, it was like New York. And it did look like a normal village of people. It was weird. But before they originally went through and did all that stuff, Emma, and I think some other people went back to have a whole thing with the demons before coming back to the human world. After that whole little thing, then Emma did come back to the human world. Even promised Phil to come back. Phil did look older. That means Emma was older. If I'm right, I have to look at that again if Phil was older, because I